Welcome to Sewcation, a series where I hit the road with my sewing machine to get inspired by working and staying in unique places, shop for fabric at the local thrifts, and create a one-of-a-kind piece. If this sounds cool, then stay tuned. Because in this episode, we're not staying at one, but two incredible cabins, shopping at some seriously hidden gems, and making a piece that's as unique as this trip was. Got a little bit of a late start, but we wanted to head 3 hours east to Mosier, Oregon, which is just right outside of Hood River, to stay at Camp Randonnee. These cabins are absolutely gorgeous. If you're ever in the Hood River area, I highly recommend checking them out. They have a full kitchen, really comfortable bed, beautiful views of the rivers, designated fireplaces, heated floors in the bathroom, and very, very quiet overall. Since they had a kitchen, decided that we wanted to make pita pizzas and open the complimentary wine that they gave us. It was from a local winery and it was delicious. Then head out back to the designated fire pits. There's one per cabin, and drink some wine and have a little fire. It was honestly a very relaxing, very cool night. After a good night's sleep, we walked down the street to Randonnee Coffee, which is the owner's coffee shop, and they have delicious coffee and pastries. It's a very cute vibe in there. You could definitely get some work done in the morning if you're staying. I got a chocolate croissant and it was amazing. And we took it back to the cabin to, of course, enjoy it on the deck, because why not? Then it was time to hit the road, because we had to stop at tons of thrift shops today because I didn't find anything the day before. Our first stop is Smith Brothers Antiques, which was 2 hours outside of Wenatchee. It was kind of on the way from Hood River. So cute. They had this really cute shop dog. They had lots of great things, but I didn't find anything that really spoke to me. So onward to Wenatchee we went, because there was 3 different thrift shops I really wanted to stop at. One being Goodwill, which was just the most interesting storefront for a Goodwill I've ever seen. It was very retro and pretty cool, but inside was not so good. There were a couple things that I was like, I can come back here if I don't find anything else, but overall I really didn't find much. It just wasn't inspiring. Next stop was the garage door in Wenatchee, which, talk about a gem in the rough. This place was crazy. There was clothes and fabric and things just kind of thrown everywhere, and not a single thing was priced, which is kind of intimidating, but they're like, just make me an offer. So I kind of shifted through all this fabric for a while, and a lot of it was okay, but it didn't really fit the vibe of where I was going. I wanted something quiet luxury for Earthlight Villas, since it was such a lavish cabin. So I ended up finding a dark wool, a blue wool fabric, as well as this cross stitch blanket, which later I decided I wasn't going to use, but I found these things. I gave them $5 for both. It was awesome. And then I went to Veterans Thrift Store, which is only a couple minutes away, and they had tons of fabric and stuff, but nothing was big enough for a full jacket. And I was kind of looking for something that I could use as a collar now at this point. I thought maybe these corduroy pants would be cool, but then I ended up finding this pillow, which had mountain vibes, and this pillow sham. So I was like, okay, I'll get these things, and one of these can be a collar. All that thrifting made me hungry, so we went to the public market area and went to Pybus Market, which is in Wenatchee, and it's this huge warehouse with tons of vendors and really cute restaurants. Then we headed up into the mountains and drove on a road that felt like we were in the middle of nowhere. And I highly recommend 4-wheel drive in the winter, because these cabins are really in the middle of nowhere, and they're absolutely gorgeous. This place has views that span the entire cabin. No matter where you're looking, it's just these gorgeous mountain views, super comfortable king-size bed, full kitchen, bathtub, rain shower, there's a hot tub outside, a big beautiful deck. This place was a once-in-a-lifetime stay. Okay, so we're looking at the thrift haul that we got. Thrifting was not super successful, but I did find some really cool pieces that I'm kind of excited about. Found this pillow, which has a really thick, almost rug-like weave. And the edges are all torn to bits, but I really like the colors, and I felt like it really matched the vibe of this villa that we're staying at. I also found this cross stitch top quilt, essentially, that is honestly disgusting. It has stains everywhere and is pretty ratty. It needs a really good wash, but it's really pretty hand stitched, so that's really nice. And then I found this huge piece of, I thought it was navy, but it looks black for sure now that I'm here, of this black wool, which is really nice. And what I'm thinking is, I think I want to make the camp coat
but I want to make a long version. So I want it to come down almost to my knees. And I want to try to tie in these with it. And I think what I'm leaning towards right now is this will become the like contrasting collar. And maybe like an inside pocket or some type of like, I don't know, maybe there's a detail of this, or using this as some detail as well. So I'm gonna start laying them out and looking at them and decide what exactly I wanna make. Let's do it.
Got to work with cutting the outer fabric. I'm going to use the wool, and then I'm also going to cut up the liner. And then I started setting up all of my machines and everything that I needed. Start with sewing the shoulders and the side seams of the wool jacket, and then I'll do a quick fit check.
Oh my goodness, the sun's setting. Holy shit. Did you all see the sun just set behind me? Like, this is incredible. Let's go take a look.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate the sunset and the reflection of this place? It's absolutely insane. Just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I'm not getting any work done. Look at that. How am I supposed to get any work done? It's amazing.
Please hold for a quick swinging intermission. But alas, there was work to get done, so I finished up the sides and then we're gonna try it on. And it fits, which is great, and I'm pretty stoked. I don't have a long wool jacket, so this will be fun. So we have to do some top stitching and then put the arms on, so that's what I'm doing here now. And then another try on. It's looking so good. Then I wanted to cut the collar, so I had to de-stuff this pillow and try to find the pattern. My partner was really excited about this one. He loved the pattern on it, and I think it's gonna make a really cool collar. I got the interfacing on and then sewed it together, and then had to poke out the corners of everything and press it one more time. It's now 6:30 and I have the liner put together, the outer fabric put together, the collar cut out, and so now I'm gonna put them both together. Also, I brought my partner on this trip and he made us meals the whole time, and it was so nice, and I love him so much. I forgot about the pockets, so I'm gonna put the pockets on first. And then I'm gonna serge all the front facing and the waistband and the collar and get all that prepped because we're gonna put it all together.
Okay, it's 8:05 and I'm about to finish. I'm gonna sew this all together and then we're gonna be done, except for the snap buttons. I did not bring the snap button stuff with me, so I'm gonna finish that back at my studio, but let's sew the front facing and the liner and everything together and then we'll try it on. All right, it's 8:24 and we got all the front facing on, so this is now the initial like try on with it being pretty much done. Just have to flip everything inside out. I have to serge the seam that I just made. Is it? I can't tell.
It's sick.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really rad.
I probably have 30 more minutes of work, but I'm not doing it tonight, so tomorrow. We'll wake up and we'll finish it tomorrow. Good night.
And good morning. This was the view we woke up to, which felt surreal. We laid in bed for so long watching the sunrise, and I honestly just couldn't get over it. I think this is the best view I've ever woken up to in my entire life. And we had to start with a sunrise hot tub session, obviously. I highly recommend finding a place with a hot tub if you're doing a Sewcation, because your body does get sore, and this definitely helped. After a long hot shower, it was time to get back to work, and I had to serge the entire perimeter of the jacket. Look how steamy it is. And the sun's rising. It's probably like 8 o'clock now. By around 8:15, I had it all serged, and then I'm gonna start flipping it all inside out. I really wish I could finish this today, but I feel really proud of what I got done from just like the 3 hours last night and then about 2 hours this morning. Finish off the cuffs and it was as done as it could be. So I'm gonna put it on and we're gonna walk around the cabin for a little bit because I just really want to take it all in. I feel like this jacket really fits the quiet luxury that Earthlight Villas kind of gives off, like a long wool jacket with a contrasting collar, kind of southwestern desert vibes, which we are in eastern Washington, which is high desert. So I felt like This jacket really fit the vibe of this place, and I honestly can't recommend Earthlight Villas enough. If you're doing a special occasion like anniversary, wedding, whatever, this place is absolutely incredible and a once in a lifetime stay. So I'm really excited because when I get home, I'll finish this up. I'll add some videos of me finishing it up here, and then we'll do like a full try on at the end, and I'll show you what the final version looked like.
All right, welcome to my very messy studio, but I wanted to show you the finished jacket. I ended up doing tan buttons on it to match the collar, kind of give it a little something since it was so plain. But finished that up. I did some hand sewing around the front facing portions in order to keep them tacked down, and then finished the sleeves where my like 6th needle broke. So I have to be honest, this isn't my best work, but it is really nice to have kind of like a plain staple, and I am pretty stoked with how it came out, and I know that I will wear this a lot. If you guys like these videos, please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to post a new Sewcation episode on the 15th of every month, so if you want to follow along, please do. I would love to have you, and thanks for watching. Happy Sewcation.